Hi, everyone. It's January. I am the worship arts director at ebcla.org, and next to me, I have my special guest for today's first episode ever of worship. Wait, worship moments with January. It has a ring to it. We may need to change that later. Anyway, will you please introduce yourself to the world, whoever may be watching, into EBCLA family?
Hi everyone, my name is Saki. I am married to Ryan Granucci, who's part of staff. That's about it, I guess. Should I introduce myself a little bit more?
Well, yeah, because you are an
Okay.
incredibly beautiful individual person.
I am a teacher, so I am teaching remotely from home. That's been fun and interesting. I'm looking forward to the summer, but not looking forward to what's going to happen next year. But I think me and my class are holding them pretty well. We're having fun on Zoom and we're playing games and I'm bringing in special guests. So, from what my supervisor saw today, she was like, "Your kids seem really happy right now." I was like, "Yeah, I think I have a good happy bunch."
What grade are your kids in?
First and second grade.
Oh, I gotta say, I loved first and second grade though.
It's so cute.
Yeah,
It's
I feel
so,
like kids
so
are
sweet.
super sweet at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, so the whole point of this being kind of like centered on worship and maybe some sort of worship theology, it was kind of my intention and my vision to really invite you to sing specifically in Japanese. And I was kind of wanting that because it is AAPI Heritage Month, as
Mm-mm.
people know. And also, like EBCLA has such deep roots in Japanese American history, especially in Los Angeles with the internment camps and all that jazz. And so I felt like it was really important to highlight us being able to express ourselves in Japanese. So,
Mm.
Saki, tell me a little bit about like your Japanese American identity, if you will, like
Mm.
how much of that is a part of you, or maybe it's not, or how involved you still are
Mm.
with that part of your culture, etc.
Mm. So I'm actually technically citizenship-wise still Japanese. It's weird because I've always sort of been in that in between where I came from Japan, and even though I came over when I was 2, I'm still technically Japanese, but not quite Japanese American because my parents aren't. And so I'm always um, I'm always learning things about both sides of being Japanese and Japanese American. So coming over here, coming to a church that was Japanese American, it's like, oh wow, this is what Japanese people do over here, but still learning things about Japanese people in Japan and how they worship in Japan and just comparing the differences. Um, so I've always been kind of stuck in between my parents worshiping just with the Japanese congregation, but me as a kid wanting to do both and going to youth and going to Sunday school, but also helping out my parents. Um, that's always been a weird, interesting state for me. Um, but I like being in it because in a sense I get to double dip in both. But it's been a very fruitful journey, I think. I've been blessed with being able to meet so many people because I can speak Japanese, and being able to worship in Japanese, but in English too has been um, eye-opening in the sense that people everywhere worship the same way, but there's also like as you know, with certain words in Japanese, they hold a certain like different meaning that I can't describe in
Right.
English. And being culturally Japanese, I feel a certain way about a song that I maybe wouldn't feel about the same way because of certain words. And so um, I guess being able to feel a lot of different things has been very good for me. A sense it's I guess I'm hoping it sharpens my way of um, being just more aware of different cultures and different perspectives.
Yeah, yeah, no, I feel like, is there like a particular part of you that like singing in Japanese draws out, like only singing in Japanese can draw out versus like a particular another part of you that like when you're singing in English, that part is highlighted. Like, could you put language to that? I don't know.
Well, sure. It's hard. Um, songs, and we've talked about this before. Songs that are written by Japanese people and not the translated version of American songs. They something about it does hold a different meaning. I know all lyrics are very poetic, but certain word usage, it does sink in closer to me than some English words. But because I grew up singing more, I don't know, the more like current, modern, hip hip American songs. In that sense, I am always drawn to those, opposed to singing like just hymns in Japanese,
Right,
being
right.
going to a very traditional church.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to put into words what I experience.
Yeah, it almost sounds like maybe stylistically and kind of growing up, the sounds and the genres is like, yeah, the American CCM has its place in your life, but then there's something like even
Mm,
linguistically that you were saying singing in Japanese touches on. That's like your heart language and
mm,
kind of strikes a deeper chord. Yeah, so let's then talk about Hanamo, right? Am I
mm.
pronouncing it right? How do you pronounce
Mhm.
it? Hanamo?
Hana, hanamo. Hana means flower, and then mo means two. So hanamo.
So two flower, is that right?
Flowers too.
Flowers
Like
too, like giving flowers
yeah.
too. No.
It's like,
I'm trying
oh,
so hard.
flowers and this and this and this. Like it's that too. Too. There we go.
Oh, oh, flowers too. Oh, okay, okay. That's hanamo.
Mm-mm.
And I remember we were talking about this like months ago when we first like met each other, and you saying that for both Ryan and yourself, this is one of your favorite Japanese worship songs. And why
Mm-mm.
is that the case?
Yeah, I was thinking about this, and I don't quite know why Ryan likes it, but there's something about singing that specific part, Hanamo, ooumi, like the flowers, the oceans, the sky. It's my whole soul. Tamashii means soul, so my soul, everything in this world is worshiping God, and in that singing that chorus, it always has a sense of it always has a way of calming me because I realize even though everything is chaotic right now, everything is so everyone's worried about everything right now. Just singing that chorus brings me back to realizing like it's okay. God made this world very intentionally, and um, in the end we were made to worship him, so it's okay. I don't need to worry as much. I just need to continue worshiping him, and like everything in nature, the ocean, the sky, the flowers. So even though like it just the song part of that build, it always just calms me down.
Yeah, I felt like you were really able to convey that as you helped lead us in worship because I don't know if it's just even your demeanor, but I actually believe that more than the musicality or like a vocal technique behind someone who's a worship leader, I feel like it's really the ability to convey a particular like heart posture. You know,
Mm.
that's always been my belief. And so I think you were able to convey that kind of being able to remain still in the calmness. There was like a
Mm.
beauty in that, you know, and even as kind of like the raucousness of the world and the pandemic right now, like how God still takes care of the lilies in the fields, you know, like
Mm.
he takes care of the flowers too, right? And so I think there was a tenderness to it that you brought to the table that I felt like everybody was really blessed by. So I'm
Mm,
so grateful for your voice and for your time. And I think last but not least, not to put like a neat little button on it, but I guess as we are kind of going through this pandemic, if you could offer a word of encouragement to either students, especially because you are dealing with first and second graders, children, but also to wives and to people who are multicultural in background, if there was a word or encouragement that you might want to give.
mhm. I think my word or encouragement, I guess it just, as I'm zooming with my students, it's always this realization that like I just need to take it day by day, but within not dreading it, but I take that back. Um, Seeing each day for its possibilities, I guess. Um, I realize every day when I Zoom, the kids are happy to see each other. They're happy to see me, even though sometimes they'll get bored of, whatever we're talking about if it gets too long. But that joy that each moment brings, I want to choose to stay within the joy instead of the the dark, the uncertainty. Being with Ryan, even though I think I'd get bored or get tired of Ryan, I haven't yet. It's been pretty joyful.
Praise God, praise God.
Yeah. So just taking in each day with joy and hope for a new day and just something that could bring fun. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very, very much. Well, after this interview closes, we are going to play Hanamo one more time, Saki Granucci's version of it. Thank you again for your time. Thank you for joining us in worship, for leading us. And for everybody else too, if this is the second time through singing the song, the melody is beautiful and is super easy to follow along. And so I hope that everyone can sing along and worship along with us. Otherwise, bye. We'll see you next time. This is so corny, it's cheesy. See you next time on Worship Moments with January.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be wrapping this episode in three, two, one.